Yo, welcome once again. And always, Mac and Pie. We kicking it with Mac and Rome today. I
That's
got
right.
my
What's up,
partner,
everybody?
comedian Mac Rome, in the house. We getting ready to do another one.
All right, let's hit it. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's your boy Mac Rome. We on the Mac and Rome podcast, and we ready to get it in. So let's get it in.
All right, all right, all right. All right, well, today's topic is, I guess we're going to go to some liquid politics again.
Okay.
And let's get into this annex of Greenland that nobody's talking about except for Trump. And he's being quite honest about it. I must say, we took it, but we taking it. But hopefully we can do it nicely. But if they don't want to give it to us, we gonna do it the hard way. He basically said that shit out loud in two or three interviews I saw. What's your thought process on that?
Well, I mean, like, I want everybody to realize that Donald Trump has dementia. There's something wrong with my man. I mean, there's something wrong with him. But listen, Ed, there's something else going on with that Greenland thing. First of all, let me tell you, Donald Trump don't even know Greenland from Iceland. He get them mixed up all the time.
In the
He don't
middle
even
of
know what he wants.
conversations.
But what they're saying is that parts of the Arctic and Greenland are melting, and it's going to be able, instead of Europeans have to sail around Africa or use the old shipping routes through the Suez Canal, which are threatened by Iran and the Houthis in Yemen, and they have a whole bunch of enemies over there. And so the reason he wants to take control of Greenland is because it's going to become a shipping lane once the ice melts. But there's something I want to ask you about.
Go
What do you
ahead.
think is under, what do you think is under that ice?
Oh man. Okay. That ice is ancient. Because now you're going
Yeah.
into ancient times. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You're going into resets, you're going in all kind of things called conspiracy. In modern day time, I don't think it's conspiracy.
No.
I think it's a lot to find under that ice, personally. You know what I'm saying? What specifically? Ancient artifacts, ancient
Hmm.
things, knowledge, that they're going to take and, you know, build weaponry around.
Well,
Nothing
I
is
think
ever
that,
given to us to help us live. It's always for military weapon.
yeah. Well, I think with Donald Trump, now, first of all, I used to be in the military, so I know a little bit of history about Greenland. When you told me you wanted to talk about Greenland, I thought about it and I said, well, damn, I actually have a lot of shit to say about Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
America used to have several bases on Greenland. Even today, Denmark gives America complete whatever you guys want to
Yeah,
do. Whatever you guys
exactly.
want to do.
And
But what happened is about, I don't know, it was in like right when I got out the military, maybe 96. I'm not sure of the year, but between like 96, when Bill Clinton was president. Oh, it's my girlfriend Lou. It's all right. She's just coming back. All right. Anyway, but they had these bases, and what happened was when Bill Clinton was the president, they did a military drawdown. They closed a whole bunch of bases, and they closed all the bases in Greenland except for one. Now that was an American choice. Greenland didn't tell America get out. Denmark didn't tell America get out.
nobody
America
left.
sized down.
Hmm.
And so now Trump, with his crazy dementia having ass, instead of just saying, "Hey, we want to bring our bases back up," he's like, "Nah, we want to conquer you."
He basically said he want to own it. Say we don't protect stuff we don't own. Like this motherfucker is a nutcase. We want, and then he told the truth because we don't own it. China well, Russia's gonna go over there and own them. So I'm thinking to myself, so the same thing that the Russians is telling the Ukraine, nah, we don't want America over here on our motherfucking coast. We don't want American neighbors and NATO neighbors. Now we're going to take Greenland, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Right after we just took Venezuela.
All right, well, let's come back to that subject because it's the same subject, but I want to hit it at a different angle. Do you remember that
Mm-hmm.
movie Indiana Jones?
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember in the first movie he was racing against Nazis to
Mm-hmm.
find ancient artifacts?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Our particular administration, this Trump administration, they're pretending they're cosplaying as Nazis, right? So this is going to be a little bit out there for everybody. But between Putin, the guy in China, Xing, or whatever his name is, sorry if that's not his name, ladies and gentlemen, I did not mean to be racist, and and Trump, between them three, they're in a race to find out what is under the 1 mile of ice that is in Greenland. Because it could be just natural rare earth minerals,
Yeah.
or it could be
Quartz,
pyramids under
metals.
there.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Atlantis under there because the Earth has changed its axis several times. So we don't know what's up under there, and it feels like that Indiana Jones movie where they're all racing to get up there and own it. That's why I think he wants to own it instead of just rent.
I mean, nobody can own Antarctica. See what I'm saying?
No.
Everybody agree in the world agrees on Antarctica. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So we already know that ice is super ancient, ice wall ancient type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Now Greenland, like I said, bro, and like you said, it was already bases there.
Hmm.
So we already can go over there and be based over there. But this motherfucker, like, no, we want to own it.
Yeah, that's why I think he's crazy, man. I mean, like, well, there's a
Like they
sub.
own Venezuela now.
Well, exactly. There's another sub twist to that because what I think Trump is doing, he's aligning himself with China, Russia, strong dictators, people who are right wing, people who come into their country and oppress the native peoples, extract the wealth out of the country. That's who Trump wants to align himself with.
Listen
And
to
so I
this.
think, go.
People who run their countries
Yes,
outright.
yes,
No presidents, no. Nigga,
yes,
I
most
run my
definitely.
country outright.
And we're going to keep our wealth.
And I think that's what he trying to, he said that too. He don't want to no more presidents now. He want to be the ruler of America. You know what I'm saying? The king of America. You
Right,
know what
but
I'm
what
saying?
I think he's gonna die. But I think his vision is, if I can own Greenland, if I can conquer Greenland, I can disrupt these other countries like Putin in Russia and whatever the guy's name in China. I can keep them from shipping their goods across the Arctic Ocean, and I can basically intimidate them with weapons so that they can't use that as a shipping lane.
Or pay to play. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
come through here and
exactly.
pay us this. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And I'm sure Greenland probably got some oil too.
Yeah.
Understand? If it's not oil, it's some other kind of quartz, gold, there's other minerals because it's icy. So it's well preserved.
And let me tell you something else this fool said. He said, I don't think Denmark should be able to own Greenland because all they did was they sent the boat over there and the boat never left and then they claimed it as a country.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell do you think happened in America? Y'all came over here in a boat and never left and now y'all claiming that shit.
Crashed on the side of motherfucking North Carolina somewhere, met black people and said, y'all discovered this place.
And never left.
Never left.
And now y'all trying to kick out immigrants.
Well, y'all the last motherfuckers here.
Make it make sense. If this ain't dementia, if this ain't crazy, I don't know what crazy is, man.
And he was talking shit about Biden, and Biden was half crazy when he left the White House, but this guy ain't no more, or no less crazy. At this point, I think he was kind of in his right mind when he was actually going for the presidency. But now since he won, I see him slipping almost every time he make a
Oh yeah. No,
every time he make a interview or something. It's like, oh, this dude, he don't look like he was when he was in the beginning of the race when he was trying to get this seat. So yeah, it's showing.
I agree with you on that, and I agree that he's. I'm gonna say this: he is, and not mentally better or worse than Biden, but physically, Biden didn't have no big ass bruises on his hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trump got big ass bruises every time. He was just in Europe at Davos, whatever they call it, and he didn't put the makeup on his hands. Bro, I don't think he got that much longer to live. Biden's still kicking it. Crazy and all.
His ass is out of office now. He ain't got nothing to worry about. He can relax. All this crazy shit going on in the United States. Like, we the biggest superpower. We got to give these motherfuckers all this money and file to them. Like, what's going on here? I know that shit got to sting. Like,
Yeah.
why? Because this guy got all y'all government agents and government workers on tape doing foul shit, ordering hot dogs and pizza and shit, 1,000 hot dogs. Like, this shit is crazy, bro.
Okay, so that brings me back to the point I wanted to make originally. I don't think that Trump and them, they're not going to obey international law. They're not even obeying constitutional law. I
No,
think
that's
these
right.
guys know that they're in trouble, and if they don't go ahead and make the whole play for a total dictatorship or totalitarianism, whatever you want to call it, then their ass is going to jail. And they know that. So I think they're going to go the whole 9 yards, bro. They gonna take it Mussolini, Hitler style, all that.
I'm expecting Trump to get charged again as soon as he out of office. Or they gonna double back and try to, oh, you had 9 felonies. We need to do something to that now. The only reason we held back because you was the president. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't have never been able to be the president with all of this shit, but it is what it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I expect him to double back hard on his ass if he don't make this a dictatorship before he leave office. Because this dude, that's what he's trying to do.
They have to. They have. It's not just him, because like I said, I think he has dementia. I think he ain't, man. This dude is trying to build a ballroom on the White House. That shit look like trash right now. It look like an empty construction site. He probably done deported all the Mexicans that he hired
I was
to
working on
build
it,
the.
talking about their ahead of schedule. This nigga get up in the middle of a press conference to go look out the door on me. I'm like, this motherfucker's insane. He's
But
turning
I
into
think
the characters that people portray on Saturday Night Live and shit like
in
that.
South Park,
Yeah.
yeah, and what's that other one? The Simpsons. He's doing all that cartoon shit, man. But I don't think it's him. I think it's the people around him, specifically Stephen Miller, Marco Rubio, and
Mhm.
JD Vance. And what they're trying to do, they know he's dying. They're trying to position themselves in they're gonna have to jockey between the three of them on who's gonna be the next. Because JD Vance ain't got the stamina, the charisma to be a president. Ain't nobody voting for you, dude. Everybody thinks you fucking a couch. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. He got uh he got the coat behind him. What's the coat that just killed
Turning
the
Point
guy, Turner?
USA.
Yeah, he got the coat behind him. I mean,
Hold on, let me let this dog out. I'm gonna tell you something. They just did a at Turning Point USA. They just launched a tour, and they did it down here in Riverside. At my yes, please let him out, please. Thank you. And they did it in Riverside, which is my hometown. They did it at Harvest Church, which is on Arlington and Adams Street in Riverside. I grew up around it. I was there before that church was even built. I used to play in that church when it was a construction site. We used to play Star Wars in there, right? So I know this whole neighborhood and everything. Turning Point USA decides to launch this year's tour at Harvest Church. And the protesters came out. And the protesters, I knew the exact street, they were on the street behind the church. And one of the preachers from the church decided to walk his ass around there and try and address these people. And man, he squared up on a woman. He was trying to tell her, I'm a man of God and all this stuff. And she was like, I don't care. She said, you guys support ICE. You guys support white supremacy. We don't care. And then next thing you know, like 20 supporters jumped on his ass. They didn't physically jump on him, but they all confronted him. He turned around, he started walking away. They followed him all around the block. And by the time they got to the front of the church, now he's supposed to be a preacher at the church, Harvest Riverside Church. He talking about, fuck y'all, you motherfucking Antifas. I'm a man of God. And they looking at it, it don't sound like it to us. You know what I mean?
Not the way you snapping.
Not the, yeah. And so they walk in front of the church. There's two police officers there, two Riverside motorcycle police officers there. And they're there for Turning Point USA. They're the escorts to drive the carpool out after Erica Kirk gets finished doing her little diva thing. Yeah. And this guy, the preacher, he's like, hey, you see all these people following me? You're not going to do nothing? I'm a man of God. I'm a preacher here. Man, the police looked at him like,
Yes, bro. You're not Eric, bro.
But yeah, she is the head of that little clique. But I think that clique is losing steam in politics because of Candace Owens.
Mm-hmm. She is stumping them out though.
Yeah, Candace Owens kicking that ass.
I like her work right now.
Yeah, they can't mess with her, man.
I actually tuned in to her station. I never watched her channel before back in the day until she got on the French dude. And I was like, hold on, this shit. And I started looking up some of this shit. And I'm like, hold on. She might be right. Then the Kirk nigga died and she got on Israel. And I'm like, oh, shit. I know she right about this shit right here.
Yeah. Yep.
And then all the moves afterwards, after his death, it lines up to, yeah, this shit looked like it was, you know what I'm saying?
Well, what they tried to do is they tried to give it to a young Jewish podcaster named Ben Shapiro after Charlie Kirk died. And like right-wing conservatives, they're really on a Nazi tip right now. And Ben Shapiro is on he's a Jewish guy and he's advocating for Zionism in Israel. And they not having that. You know what I'm saying? And Charlie Kirk wasn't having that. And that's probably why he got shot. You know what I mean?
Those old text messages that old girl that Candace be bringing out on me, I'm like, whoa, this dude, yeah, like he knew he was gonna get killed. You know what I'm saying? And he was texting about that shit. You know, so that, yeah, that's crazy. You know, and what's crazier is that his wife is not siding with his homegirl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she on some different shit though, man. Like they looked up her. They just released a video the other day with her and some dude who was I guess he was like a minor league baseball player or something, and they were auditioning for a television show. You have to look it up because I didn't memorize the name or anything. Just look up Erica Kirk's audition video. It should pop up on YouTube. And she's with a whole dude, like a couple years before she marries Charlie Kirk, even though she told the public that she didn't date or do anything for 5 years before she married Charlie Kirk, because she was trying to play that whole conservative Christian role. You know what I'm saying? I'm a wholesome woman. I was, eligible to marry this leader of the Republican Party, and that was all bullshit, and that's starting to get exposed too. But what I'm saying is, I believe that it's going to be between Rubio, Vance, and Rubio, Vance, and Stephen Miller. And Stephen Miller, I don't think Stephen Miller's gonna make it for the rest of this year. They about to get his ass. This ICE
Yeah,
shit, they about to take his ass down, man.
yeah,
This is too much.
they steady killing people and hurting people, and you know what I'm saying, pulling over the wrong people. That shit is getting out of hand now, and ain't
Yeah,
nobody saying nothing about it. Like he don't care.
and
This dude
Stephen
don't
Miller is
give a
one.
shit. Yeah, they don't care. They like, oh, whatever.
Man, look, this dude had a. Now I know you remember Philando Castile, right? 2 years ago, he was sitting in the car with his wife. He was in the passenger seat. The police pulled him over. He told him, "Hey, I have a carry permit. I have a gun." The officer said, "Show me the gun." As soon as he reached, boom, the officer
Wow.
just shot him right in front of his wife and
And
everything, man.
kid. Yeah, kid was in the
Yeah.
back seat too, I believe.
Yeah. So I mean, like this, did just happen to this guy. His name is Preddy. I can't. Alex Preddy. That's the guy who just got shot yesterday by the federal police.
Yeah.
White people are up in arms just the same way that black people were up in arms about Philando Castile. They're
Hmm.
just as frustrated. They're just as angry, and we understand that anger and frustration. Stephen Miller is the one holding the bag on that. And not only that, today about 6 Republicans, high-ranking Republicans, senators, they said, "Hey, yo, this ICE shit, this is too far." That officer pumped 10 bullets into Alex Preddy
Yeah.
after he was laid down and disarmed.
Why? That's overkill. You know what I'm saying? Why are they handling guns anyway? Why they don't got pepper guns or
Oh, they do.
tasers? I mean, these motherfuckers is killing motherfuckers in broad daylight in front of their people for nothing. Because I thought you was an immigrant. But it boils down to, are you an
You
immigrant?
what?
Like, homie, get out my motherfucking face, bro. I'm on my way to work. Are you an immigrant? Come here. Like, I can imagine, bro. I can imagine because I probably look like a Somalian or something to they ask me. And once I tell them my real name, they going to be like, well, hold on.
Yeah.
You going into custody, nigga.
What's up, Mr. Blaze?
You going into custody, nigga. Like, you out of here.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this: the worst place, and somebody else said it. I can't remember where I get this quote from, but the worst place that black people can exist is inside white people's imagination, and they can imagine we're from anywhere because to them we all look alike. But what you said is they could use pepper spray or non-lethal weapons. They do. That's how they say hello. They use their guns when they want to have a conversation with you. But when they want to
That's
say
crazy.
hello, they'll spray you in the face. They sprayed that dude in the face. They sprayed him in the face before they shot him.
That's
That's how they
crazy.
say hello. And then if you make the wrong twitch move or whatever, his move was he happened to have a gun on him, but he was a legal, just like Philando still legal
The legal
carry
carrier.
permit. So, I mean, like this is wild, man, and everybody seeing it. It's to the point, but there's people defending it on the internet. There
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
a lot.
And that's what's crazy because right now you got white people being slaughtered on TV and other white people like, oh, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, y'all not even going, so y'all that much in bondage to where y'all not going to say nothing about your own people, killing your own people. Is like, come on, bro. Y'all, that's not too much yet. I know if it was us, they wouldn't give a fuck. But when it's them, at this moment, they looking like they don't care, and that's what's gonna make this shit jump. Because
Honestly,
poor whites is already pretty much on our side, the majority of them. But now you finna have middle class whites joining our side. Like, hold on, this shit is It's too much. You know what I'm saying? Regular white citizens, like, hold on. We supposed to be making America great again with you, and you killing us.
Well,
These
that's
is his
because
constituents.
well, well, there's okay. I think there's a different dynamic going on here. Like you and I may look at them as white people, but see, I don't believe the people in Trump's administration, the Proud Boys, or any of the white supremacist groups that he calls his base look at people who don't agree with white supremacy as white people. They look at them as nigger lovers, or
The enemy.
you might have to edit that one. I don't know. They look at them as the same as black people,
Yeah,
and
the enemy.
that's what they did with the lady who got killed, Renee Good. She was a lesbian. And this guy here, he looked like he was trying to protect some women that ICE was assaulting. So he's a lesbian lover, which makes him just the same as a lesbian, which makes them not white
Yeah.
in their eyes. But the way we look at it, we're like, oh, you guys are killing white people. But that's not the way that the white supremacists look like it. If you're not buying our doctrine, you're not really white. You're a race traitor.
You poor. We gotta have a couple poor whites out there. You know what I'm saying? You're poor. We don't side with you poor white. And right now they killing them like they us.
Yeah, in
And it's
front of
crazy.
everybody's eyes. They're
On
sending a
TV.
message.
That's what's crazy about it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And the Charlie Kirk thing was the jump off. Like, oh, y'all don't believe us? We had hit big. Boom.
That's a,
Now
that's a
you
damn.
believe us now? Oh, you still don't believe us? We'll send the feds into your country, into your state, and fuck y'all over. And they doing worse out there than they did out here. I gotta say, they doing way worse out there.
Man, look. I know brothers with AR-15s and all that stuff, but I know brothers out here with AK-47s. I
Hmm.
know brothers out here with real strong shit. You know what I'm saying? And my shit ain't that weak. They can't come to California and do what they're doing out there because it's too many of us. Even in Minneapolis, over 20,000 people marched in the snow like
Ice
yesterday or the day
cold.
before yesterday. Can you imagine if all those people were armed? Because it's going to come to that. If they keep killing people in the street, you're going to get 20,000 armed people walking out there on your ass.
Hmm.
For real.
And that's what it's gonna take. And then it's gonna happen from state to state, city to city, because
Hmm.
everybody tired. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tired of paying taxes. Everybody tired of giving all their money to the government while the government is fucking us. They not helping nothing that's going on. You know what I'm saying? You need some
Yeah.
help, you nothing.
Now, they
You
just
fuck
had that
around and
ice
be
storm.
homeless off of losing the job. You know what I'm saying? And then what? You
Bro,
being abused by ICE somewhere out in the cold. Shut up. Get out of here. Bro, it's gonna be illegal to be homeless in America, bro. That's what it's feeling like.
this is too much, man. I'm a comedian and I do not want to make a joke out of this, okay? But it's funny and the words just happen to match. Okay, you got an ice storm in Minneapolis, but you just had a nationwide ice storm right now, all across from Texas all the way up to Maine. And I'm talking about the coldest weather that is on record. And guess
You
what
seen it.
Trump did last year? He cut out all the funding for FEMA. So guess what, people? Y'all asses on your own.
Cold as hell.
Watch how long this take. Talking about ice. They up in the White House talking about ice, ice, baby. That shit gonna come back on their ass.
I'm
That's
surprised.
gonna.
I'm surprised that ain't their Steve song right now. I might
It
have to make a
is.
video with that theme song while they shooting and killing people.
Yeah, man.
'Cause that's sick.
But I mean, like, the reason why I don't make a joke out of it, or I didn't want to make a joke. I mean, it's funny naturally, but
Hmm.
there's millions of people right now going out without power, without heat.
Compromise.
In a couple of days, their food is going to go bad unless they throw it out there in the snow, whatever they can. But you
Yep.
know, the water pipes is frozen. There's trees exploding. Have you seen that video?
Yep.
It's so
That's
cold that trees
crazy.
are exploding.
I ain't never saw that before, bro.
Ever.
I've been here pretty long, half a century, and I never saw that shit before.
So, how long you think before they get their power up with no FEMA? It's gonna be months, bro. It'll probably be the midterm elections before they get their
Nobody to
shit back
help.
up. Cause who's there?
Nobody
Who's
to help.
there?
That was one of the first things they took, didn't they? When he came back and they started budgeting, we gonna take FEMA. Y'all don't need no help.
Yeah.
It was a hurricane over there. Well, oh well.
Yeah.
Y'all don't need no help.
This man. And if you a blue state, you definitely ain't getting no help. If you didn't vote for him in this last election as a state, you gonna be the last in the line for that shit.
He doing interviews like, nah,
Yeah.
nah. I did this. Nah. Yeah, I took the president from over there, and they're doing good now. And they gave us $4 billion worth of oil. Oh, they didn't give you that. You took that shit. You know what I'm saying? And
And
they're gonna make a lot of money, and we're gonna make a lot of money. And I'm like, so y'all just took their shit, took their president, took their
oh,
oil.
but it goes further than that. Okay, yeah, he stole $400 million worth of oil, but guess what he did with the money? He opened it up in a bank account in the United Arab Emirates under his name, his personal name. So, bro, this
So the
dude is like
government
a
ain't got no
pirate.
money. Trump got the money. He go he gonna retire with that bread. What's he talking about? What bread?
When we get on his ass, when the American people get on his ass, he gonna get on the airplane. It's probably gonna be that new airplane that the Arab Emirates gave his ass, that new Air
Hmm.
Force One. He gonna fly his ass out of here with all that money,
Yeah.
and that's and what we gonna do?
And then probably give up a few $1 million and be like, oh, this is all they gave me here. They gave you 4 billion, motherfucker. We don't want a couple million.
His sons done got rich. All of his family value has increased by like $1.5 billion through this crypto schemes that him and his family run. His children have also made $1 billion. Donald Trump Jr. and the other one I can't remember his name, but they're billionaires now because their father became a president. But do you remember 2 years ago? And they were jumping on Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. Oh, we need the
Mhm.
laptop. We think you guys were getting some money from Ukraine.
You left Coke in the
Okay.
White House.
Yeah,
It was all kind of shit. You left Coke in the White House. We know it was you, Hunter.
just the hypocrisy. Even okay, just on the corruption, but even on the cocaine. Donald Jr. and his girlfriend Kimberly Guilfoyle, who used to be a Fox News newscaster,
Yeah.
they came up to the not the inauguration, but the rally, the RNC rally. Man, they was high out of their mind. You could see it.
You can tell.
You know, they doing shit like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what
They
the
high out
hell?
their motherfucking mind. Like, it wasn't me. I didn't leave nothing. Get
Bro,
the fuck out of here.
but how do you feel about they got an internal memo from ICE, and they talking about they can run up in anybody's house that they want to now without a warrant.
That ain't gone. I'm standing over here on wish a motherfucker would mow. Run
Right.
up in my shit. I'm gonna lay a few of y'all down. Y'all might get me at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be some shit. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody. It's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers doing the same thing. Like, you just can't run up in my house. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Y'all already doing too much on the street, running up in people's cars and pulling people over. You just gonna run up in my house because you think I'm an immigrant? Don't even knock on my door, bro. I'm not finna answer it. And if you decide to kick my door in, then I think somebody breaking in my house, bro. That's how I'm
Point
thinking.
blank. Point blank, period. Because you have no reason to be coming over here. You
We
have no
still
warrant.
we still got the right to protect our houses. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you better have some paperwork knocking on my door talking about open the door, nigga. I'm not opening shit. I'm not even here. Go to the next door, nigga. Some Mexicans next door. Go over there. You fucking with me?
Yeah. I
I'm gonna
mean,
tear
like,
your ass up.
I don't, even when I'm arguing with these people, I don't like to tell people what I have here at my house and what I got going on. But you know me personally, and you know I've been getting ready and anticipating this for the last 5 years.
Exactly.
I, I,
Or
I have
more.
been waiting.
We already know what's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? You see the Proud Boys running into the White House, you know it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. And
Yeah.
I got a love hate thing with that. You know why?
Why?
Why we ain't ever did. You motherfuckers got mad that they was that they the person that they wanted was getting fucked over. And them motherfuckers ran into they did some heavy shit behind. We've been getting fucked over and killed in the streets and we won't do nothing, bro. So
I,
that's my
I think,
love hate with that. Like the motherfuckers actually got enough nuts to go and do the most. Ran up in the White House, you know what I'm saying? But none of them get convicted. A couple of them did, but you know, that's my love hate with that. Though. I'm like, damn, them motherfuckers got mad and they did that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We
they
ain't got
did.
mad enough yet.
The key word you just said was yet,
Yeah,
because I see yet happening right now. And what I think what happened with them is they felt the threat during Biden, however over exaggerated it was, however misguided or delusional it was. They felt the threat that we are all feeling right now under Biden, and they reacted to it that way. But what's happening is there's more of us than there are of them, and we are all seriously starting to feel the threat that they felt like they were feeling under Biden. And so there's a lot more of us that are going to come down on this than there was of them. In fact, if I was a Republican in any local town, I would beef up my security, because it's not going to be just people going to Washington about this. It's going to be people rushing Republicans in their hometowns and in their local districts.
their capitals and shit. They play their hometown. And then on the other side of that, like we was just saying earlier, they're starting to shoot their own kind now. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? In the middle of the street. And that's another thing they starting to see and feel that we've been going through. Like, hold on. So this is what y'all been doing to niggas for the last 50, 60 years.
Yep.
This shit ain't right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It ain't no justice. Y'all just shot my people and ain't no justice. Like, hold on. We can't get a settlement, get paid. They used to get some kind of settlement, get paid or something. We don't never get nothing. But if
Nothing.
they something happen to them, at least they get some kind of compensation. Ain't nobody been getting compensation lately, unless, well, not in the public. Like Erica Kirk got compensation in private. Like, yeah, you running shit now. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? But in public, ain't nobody getting compensated. It's
Yeah, I
only
think you're
back
right about that.
It's only backstage deals going on, the behind the scene deals going on with that. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna come a time where everybody on the same page because they coming in assaulting everybody at this point. They thinking they can assault anybody, black, white, Mexican. You know what I'm saying?
But it's the way
This is
it's
the
the way.
melting pot.
Yeah, but it's okay. The police have always, especially abused black people. And you know, they've been clever with it. You know, oh, he had a cell phone. We thought it was a gun. I was in fear for my life. There's always some kind of bullshit ass excuse. But what these guys are doing, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
You know, they'll call you a terrorist and shit, and they done shot you 10 times while you was laying down in the street dead. You know what I'm saying? He was a terrorist, and we was in fear for our life. So
Yeah.
that's
I
the
was scared.
escalation. You know, they don't even bother to send out the bullshit story no more. You know what I mean?
I was scared. I killed him. I shot him 30 times with an AR-15, like the first time when they did it.
But they don't even say they're scared. They just say he was a terrorist who approached us. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? And the video always proves the opposite, but you're not even hearing from the officers themselves. You're hearing from the president, the attorney general. They're coming out as soon as the shooting, and they're saying he was a domestic terrorist. He was trying to attack the officers. And then we all see the videos, and that's not the truth. I mean, so
Then they put up Facebook posts from 30 years, 10 years ago. See?
yeah.
Oh, look
And
at this
fake
Facebook
pictures.
post. He had a gun. Look at this Facebook. He smoked weed. Look at this. So, yeah, like they did to the kid in Florida when he got shot for having a Sprite in his hand. Or Arizona.
Well, yeah, Martin.
Yeah. Dude
Yes,
got away
sir.
with that. I hear
And
he
he
homeless
wasn't, he
now.
wasn't even a cop, man. I mean, he was a neighborhood watch. He wasn't even a cop. And then he started selling paintings and shit. But hold on, before we get off the last topic about the guy getting shot in Minneapolis, I just wanted to point out this hypocrisy. Do you remember during the George Floyd protest, they had a little fat white kid look just like Bob's big boy who came out there with an AR-15 talking about he was going to guard people's property, and the police let them do that. The police allowed him to do that.
The little
Actually,
kid, too.
he shot 2 or 3 people, and the police allowed him to walk by with his AR-15. So how is it that the federal police are killing this man Alex Preddy just because he had a gun tucked in his back in the holster? He never showed him the gun or nothing. And they're talking about, well, he had a gun at a protest. So did Kyle Rittenhouse. What's the difference? Kyle Rittenhouse had a long rifle. This dude had a 9mm.
Concealed.
Yeah.
And he got shot, but the white boy with the AR-15 across his shoulders, he just walking for blocks and blocks.
Killed
Nobody
2
said
people
nothing.
and went to court and got off.
Got away with it. That's the shit we dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, man, it's a whole lot of hypocrisy with these people. Where's the All Lives Matter crowd at?
They done with Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, all that shit is done with. They done found the scams and them dudes out the way them females are.
I mean, when George Floyd died, they was like, no, it's not just black lives that matter, all lives matter. Well, now they're killing white people, and the white people are like, well, you know, they were domestic terrorists. They shouldn't have been there. They deserve to die. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What happened to all lives matter?
They was just people protesting about they people getting killed, and y'all came and killed more. Like, come on, what is this? We be in motherfucking in Israel now. You can't talk to no. You can't talk about nothing to nobody. Don't talk about ICE. We'll kill you.
Oh,
Protest
man.
ICE. We ain't the regular police. Like, they showing you. They
They
showing you.
damn sure ain't the regular police.
Even the regular police be like, oh, okay, let them protest. As long as they don't start throwing nothing and doing nothing, just let them protest. I say you can't even protest.
There's something else that the regular police do, or that ICE won't do. Even when ICE is out here in California, you know, when they arrest these vendors and stuff, and it's a funny video of this one vendor. She called ICE on her competition and had him deported. But you know what they do when ICE comes to deport people, vendors and stuff in California, they leave all your equipment out there on the street. And that's the same thing they do in Minneapolis. When they pull these people out of these cars, they leave your car running on the street. Anybody can just
On the
walk
street.
and just take your stuff. And regular police don't do that. But these guys do that.
Yeah, at least regular police take your stuff in and to tow it in to the company, to the police station.
Yeah. You got a chance. You know them impound fees. You ain't getting it out of that impound though.
Yeah,
Unless you got a couple of racks on you.
I was figuring, yeah, they not coming back for this. We deporting their ass anyway,
hmm
and we ain't finna motherfucking tow nothing. That's taking too much time.
Yeah, man, that's way out, man. Next thing you know, you're gonna have people following ICE around the way they follow around these Amazon trucks. They just looking for the come up, man.
Just to steal a car. Oh, this one. Take that car, driving down to Chicago. Put it in your
Thanks,
name.
ICE. They rolling down the street talking about ice, ice, baby. Too cold, too cold.
It's gonna be a whole industry built around that shit in a minute.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I like the work you've been doing on the internet, man. I like the stuff you've been doing. I've been watching the interviews. I watched that one about mental health. That was a really good show. I have mental health issues myself. I suffer from PTSD as a veteran. I really enjoyed that show, man.
Yeah, I was trying to get him on to do some more, but he go off into his tangents. You know what I'm saying? That day I had him, he must have
hmm
been, he was clear, homie. 'Cause usually he come on and he go off into stories of the Wu-Tang Clan. He used to be a Wu-Tang Clan member and all kind of shit that I know is lies. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
Uh-huh.
put it out. That's why I always just put out clips of him. But that actual interview, he went through the whole interview and he stayed on point talking about mental health and what he was going through. So I told him, nigga, we can do this once a week. We can get a
hmm
mental health segment once a week because that shit that you just did can help a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. We got 12 subscribers now. We only had one when we started. We got 12 subscribers, bro, on
Hey,
that
we love all 12
YouTube
of y'all
page.
then.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying the Facebook is already making a little bit of change. I made like $10 off of motherfucking Facebook
Uh-huh.
from the clips and shit. I was like, oh shit, this shit feel good to see a couple of dollars coming in and shit.
That's right.
I ain't made shit from YouTube yet. I'm hoping to make some. YouTube is harder. You got to do millions. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, man, I think Facebook is harder, man. I put up a video or day before yesterday on Facebook, and first they sent it back and they said, "Oh, you used a song that's not copyrighted on Facebook." But when
Yeah,
they edited the song, they edited half of my content, and
yeah,
so then I had to take the song out and I posted the same content without the song. Man, it's never took Facebook 30 minutes to post one of my videos. It took
yeah.
them
They
30
going
minutes, and
through
I
it.
just was what they was going through that. Just what's he talking about? What's going on? They was looking for something, man. But YouTube doesn't do that to me. So like Facebook, when I'm trying to do something on Facebook, I just try not to curse or try, because it's something else, man.
Yeah, on YouTube you can't curse for like the first 5 or 10 minutes, then you good. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
You can't say none of that weird shit like the first 5 or 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably all they check the first 5 or 10 minutes, and then they go to the next video or whatever. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
YouTube, I mean, Facebook could take you off, or they mute your whole video for one thing you said. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why when I put the clips out, when we say the word Jew, I take that shot, I edit it right there. But you know what we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I edit
Yeah,
it
you
right
gotta do
there.
that.
Then I Zionist, so you know what I'm saying? I'll put the next clip out. He's Zionist this and then, so you know what we talking about, but without having the words in there. And then if they
Right.
want to hear the words, they can come to YouTube. Although YouTube fucked off one of our videos. You know what I'm saying? One of the Jew videos. The
Oh,
motherfucker
did they?
sent me some shit about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
man, fuck
I
y'all.
told you that would happen though.
I'm like, fuck y'all. I think I'm gonna keep going. Look, I goes on there the next day and the video say private, but it's public. But the video say private. So they didn't take it off. They just shadow banned it, basically.
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they
Yeah.
basically shadow banned it so can't nobody see it but me. And I tried to
It,
take it off for private and I couldn't even take it off for private, bro, on my own page.
I tell you, that's a difficult subject, man, because the owners and CEOs of most of the social media companies are in cahoots with that
Yeah.
particular religion and that country, and so it's difficult to avoid the censorship. You know.
TikTok is the worst.
Oh, I deleted TikTok today, as a matter of fact, because
Is it?
I hadn't been on it for a while, and I got on there and they asked me to sign a new agreement because they're under new ownership. And the
Yeah.
very first thing, I got a picture of it. I'll send it to you later. Maybe you can add it after we get finished talking. But they said we have the right to geolocate your device at any time, whether you're using the app or not. And I was like, okay, bye, because I know that I know you guys just got bought out by some Zionist and or Israeli
Exactly.
people, and you seen what they did to the beepers. You know what I'm saying? Nah, y'all can't be tracking me like that. I'll just delete this whole app because I seen what you guys did with them beepers. Y'all blew them people up, Hezbollah or whatever they call them. They tore their ass up with them beepers, man.
The motherfucker was Netanyahu. Motherfucker
Yeah,
said, y'all holding a piece of Israel, and everybody in the world is holding a piece of Israel in their pocket. And everybody was looking. He said, yeah, your phone. That right there made me think like this motherfucker got access to everybody's phone. What can they do? I feel this phone heat up in my pocket sometimes, niggas. Can they blow this phone up? You know what I'm saying? Can they, you know what I mean? Everything that's in bombs is probably in our phone, my nigga. It's just small quantity.
man.
Bro, that shit be
Hey,
having me thinking
they
between
might be.
Israel and Chinese.
They may be able to program something into your phone that makes it explode. That's true, man. Because I just don't see how they got everybody's beeper number and they happen to pack explosives into that beeper before you bought it and then you bought it and they knew you had it. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, like that's a little bit too much. I think they might have some technology that causes that shit to overheat and explode
Yeah,
just from what's already in it.
that's what's already in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just laying dormant until you saying 333 to a motherfucker's text. Boom! You send a series of O's and ones, nigga, binary code to a motherfucking phone or something, then, nigga, your shit is you dead. Whole
Yeah.
motherfucker, your asshole is gone because you got your phone in your back pocket, bro. Your heart is gone because, you know what I'm saying? Even if they can make more radiation come out of it. No, they full of radiation. Radiation
Yeah.
can kill us. You know what I'm saying?
No, they can send you signals, man. They can send signals a little bit stronger than the last one. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know. I mean, like you wouldn't even know. And I don't put it past them because, like, there's companies like Palantir, and there's other companies we don't even know about, and they specialize in doing stuff like that. That's what they do. The
Right.
Israelis use them all the time. That's how they've been killing these Hamas people in Gaza. They're tracking
So,
you. They're using AI. They're doing all kind of stuff. And this is the trip. And I told my sister about this yesterday. But Joe Biden was involved with that war. Now Trump is involved with that war. So that tells me that both parties have been involved
compromise.
with that technology that Israel has. And so you can't tell me that they're not going to be using that technology here against us because they
And
are.
then think of Obama. What was he famous for? Giving everybody
He-
in the world a phone.
yeah, the Obama phone. Yep.
He giving everybody in the world a phone, homeless, whatever. I'm getting a free phone. That shit was odd too. Hey, hold on, you want everybody to have a fucking free phone? You gotta get everybody in the world a phone so we can place everybody in the world.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. What I'm mad about Obama with, and Obama, I became an independent voter in Obama's second year. Obama did. It was a cop that arrested a university professor on his own front porch,
Yeah,
and
invited the motherfuckers
some yeah, for a
to
beer
beer.
summit. I was like, man, but after you think about it, Obama set the tone for all this shit that happened, man. You
Yeah,
shouldn't have did no beer summit. You should have put your foot down, man. You should have cracked down on crooked cops that arrest people on their doorstep.
exactly.
But he didn't. He compromised, man, and he
He
compromised all of
he
us by
invited
doing
the
that.
cracker to the White House to
Let's
have a
have a beer
beer,
together.
bro, fucking with this old man. Like you just congratulated him and brought him to the White House and said, you should leave old black people alone now. You think that motherfucker went back home and left black people alone?
No, he was
Hell
like,
no.
man, I just went to the White House.
He
I'm gonna
went
catch
back
me
home,
another one.
probably
He's like,
showed that
wait,
picture of him and Obama to somebody.
no, you know what he's doing right now? He's like, yo, I bet you if I kill one, Trump will invite me to the White House.
Nigga shit. I fuck with one. They brought me for a beer. Like you congratulated this nigga. Go get a beer for fucking with black folks. That was the most insane shit ever, bro.
Yeah,
And
that's
there
why I
wasn't
was
no
like, man, I can't do it.
conversation. There wasn't no conversation about leaving innocent people alone. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like nothing. But you push
Yeah.
homosexuality like a motherfucker.
And that's the thing about the Democrats. Like just the other day, you see ICE shooting people and killing people, and so the other day there was a bill that came up in Congress whether they should continue to fund ICE or not, and 7 Democrats voted yes to continue to fund ICE, and I'm like, man, yo, these guys are complicit. These guys are down with it. They just Republicans hiding behind a donkey, man. That's it.
You, you always know what I said. Two sides of the same coin. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have it this 4 years. We gonna have it the next 4 years. We gonna implement fuck shit. Y'all gonna implement fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna give niggas nothing. We don't even listen to them. We just gonna take their vote and run with it. We gonna put somebody black in front of their face. We're inviting motherfuckers some black bitches to twerk, and we'll get all the black votes. Like the
Yeah.
smallest shit, bro.
Look,
Ice Cube, Ice Cube can't go and talk to Trump because he a traitor if he do that. Because you going and talk and trying to at least get something for our vote. But you motherfuckers will take motherfucking Ice Spice or somebody shaking her ass at the inauguration. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
yeah,
think, yeah, he like black people.
yeah,
Nah,
no.
motherfucker. This the minstrel show. You know what I'm saying? They just shucked and jived for your ass, and y'all voted for him and ain't get nothing back. And we do that
Yeah.
shit every time, bro.
They want to go to Mar-a-Lago, bro. Do you know that mansion that he lives in? I got to get off the phone in a couple of minutes, but you know that
Yep.
mansion Mar-a-Lago? I did a little research about that. And Post cereal, Raisin Bran, and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Well, the guy who invented that cereal and that company, he died, and his daughter inherited all the money from that company. She married a dude, E.F. Hutton. I'm sure you've heard of him. When E.F. Hutton
Yeah.
talks, everybody listens. And so
Yeah.
she married E.F. Hutton, and together they built Mar-a-Lago. And this is a giant place that's built to entertain thousands of people at the same time. And this is what Trump, I mean, this is wealth that most of us cannot imagine. And this is what Trump lives in all the time. This is where he's hiding secret records, top secret nuclear records and all that stuff.
Everything.
Now, it just tripped me out, like the opulence of, because like if you watch the documentary, they show you how she built the place and all this stuff, just millions and millions of dollars. And when she developed it, the island wasn't even developed that much at all. And it's just like, I don't think sometimes we realize the wealth that these people have had for hundreds of years, and the way that they're just so out of touch with the regular people, man. And that's why I think people. He doesn't understand that people can't afford their food, and he doesn't
Yeah,
understand why people are distraught that you're shooting us in the street.
yeah. And
Yeah,
that's what's gonna get them raided and killed.
I think so too. I
These
think we're already in.
bloodlines is holding on and choking the world out at this point. And no matter where you go, it's the bloodline that's over there. Russia hates America, but yeah, the same motherfuckers that's running America is running Russia too. At the end of the
Mhm.
day, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
These
it's true.
people that bought the world in the 1900s, bro. They bought politicians, bought kings, bought queens, or compromised them. You know what I'm saying? We know Epstein been out for a minute, but who was there before him? Compromising people.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what
And
I'm
who's there
saying?
now? Because there's somebody there now too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the way the cookie crumble. All right, man, I gotta get out of here, bro.
We got an hour
Yeah,
in the can. We
and
gonna
this
tune
one was
out.
good. I got it in good hands. I don't have to worry about trying to chop it up on StreamYard. Man, I'm gonna put out the little clip that I got where we messed up because that's the only one that generated. But it's funny. It's funny, man.
That's what I'm going through. I'm going through your YouTube, not your YouTube, your page, your Facebook, and I'm seeing you getting clips of all kind of other shit. I'm like, this nigga got everybody else clipped up.
Because
We
it's,
lost our
it's
whole
embarrassing.
motherfucking
You know what it is?
hour.
It's me with some glasses on. I'm going, oh, we frozen. Yeah. Yeah, I think we frozen. I'm like, oh man. And then the AI put the title under the clip and it says, studio host melts down after computer
Yeah,
freezes.
you
I'm
see.
like, but that's the way it is, man. We getting it together. This is independent media, ladies and gentlemen. And hey, we trying to bring you the best that we got. My name is Mack, my co-host.
This is Ed Mack from the Always Mackin' Pod, Mackin' with Mack and Rome. And we out.
Peace.